Hey guys, this is Anton. Another month down means it's time for another banal recap video, and it's a rather meaty one this time since we're halfway through the year. Let's get right to it. This month kicked off with 2 new playthroughs, the first of which was entirely new. Metroid Fusion. This is one of my favourite Metroid games, this. Bit on the linear side for most people's liking, I know, but I guess nostalgia trumps Metroid logic in this regard. It was a fun playthrough to record, and we even did it all in one sitting. I had to get a bit goofy and aloof since there's a lot of empty space to cover in the BSL, but sometimes it's nice to goof off. Beats doing retakes over and over. No plans for any other Metroid playthroughs this year, well, at the time of this recording anyway, but we'll definitely be returning to the franchise sometime in the future. Count on it. The other playthrough that started in June was actually a reboot of one that was cancelled before, Final Fantasy. This was originally a solo playthrough by Misc and Bass Monkey, but it kind of fell apart when he remembered that he's not really into solo commentary. It can be a very lonely experience, and while someone like, say, X-Gamer Richie is used to recording alone, MBM works best when he has someone to bounce commentary off. In this instance, I decided to step in and help get the playthrough finished. Now that it's over, I can honestly say I don't think I added much to the experience, given my lack of playtime with the Final Fantasy series as a whole, but I also don't think I did too badly, either. A rare instance of giving myself a break, perhaps. Mexi does want to continue on to Final Fantasy II at some point, but we've got a lot of stuff to do this year, and we won't have time to even think about it until at least 2016. We'll keep you posted as to any changes and updates regarding the Final Fantasy series. Both Metroid Fusion and Final Fantasy started and ended in June, but there's a couple that started just a couple of days ago that I need to address here. Mega Man 3 and Chex Quest: The Search for Cetus are basically the start of a month-long series of retro mini playthroughs that myself and THD put together when we found out MBM would be super busy and unable for commentary for like a month. They're, like I said, mostly 2D platformers with an adventure game sprinkled in here or there, but given the fact that the majority of our body of HFC work, so to speak, is modern 3D games, I think it's time the scales were balanced out a bit. Tip the scales, if you will. I'll go down the list of what you can expect in July later in this video, but for now, some miscellaneous stuff. Volkamar helped out with the streaming side of things in June, while I recovered from a rather nasty ear infection, and apologies if that kind of thing grosses you out, and he played some Splatoon with Flame, one of our mods. He dubbed it Splaturday, which just goes to show I am a terrible, terrible influence when it comes to puns. He's done 2 of these so far, I believe. He should be hosting a special edition of Splaturday early in July that covers the first Western Splatfest, so keep an eye out for that. And to that end, now that I'm better, you should be seeing me getting in on the Splatfest action. Next up, some new Nintendothon information. We've already posted the schedule for the marathon, which you can find in the video description, along with everything else, but we've also sorted out the schedule for the 2 tournaments we'll be running too. The first one's on Mario Kart 8, and will take place on August 8th. This one's more of a free-for-all kind of thing. You got 16 courses, and whoever has the most points at the end of those courses is the winner. The other, which is a Smash Bros. For Wii U tourney, which takes place on the final day of the Nintendothon, August 16th, is more of a traditional kind of knockout tourney. You got to fight your way through everyone else. Each match is a best 2 out of 3 kind of thing, and you got to beat everyone to make it to the top. You can find the roster for both tourneys in the video description, but please be aware that there may be some slight alterations by the time the actual marathon rolls around. After that, THD and I had a little stream session where we began training for the Nintendothon Smash tourney. As always, I was awful in Full Glory, just terrible really, but I got in some good matches with the Hell Dragon himself and some of our fans. It was a fun time overall, but I feel some more practice is needed, so we should be doing another training session soon. Keep an eye out. Lastly, since it's been a busy year so far, I'm just going to do a quick recap of all the playthroughs that was started and completed in 2015 up to this point so far. As always, you can find the links to the playlist for these playthroughs in the video description. Super Mario Galaxy, Pokemon Omega Ruby, Space Quest: The Sarien Encounter, Mega Man, Chex Quest, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening DX, Mega Man 2, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for the PS1, Metroid Fusion, and Final Fantasy. That's 10 playthroughs for HFC so far this year, and we've got plenty more to come. And that about covers it for June. All that's left to say is what's coming in July. As I mentioned before, Mega Man 3 and Chex Quest started at the end of June, but they'll be finishing in July. As such, I'll add them to this list. Here's what you can expect from HFC in July. The end of Mega Man 3 and Eco Quest: The Search for Cetus. Castlevania. Sparkster, the Super Nintendo version. The Secret of Monkey Island. Super Mario Land. Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. Mega Man 4. And Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins. It's been a busy year for HFC so far, but we're not done yet. I'll see you all at the end of July for another recap video. Until then, stay gold, y'all. Bye for now.